I mean, it could be a danger zone from an early point where she says, "Oh, don't worry, I'm on birth control. Just go inside me," and she's not, and she might be trying to
Right.
trap you.
Yeah.
It, you know, the very first time that I came across this, I was quite young. This was my first girlfriend because I was 19. I used to ride a motorcycle at that time, and because she wanted to compete with me in a sense or in a regard, she said, "Well, I have a motorcycle too, but it's at my mom's house. Her
Mm.
parents were divorced." And I said, "Oh, okay, well, that's interesting. So when are we going to go riding together? Like, why don't we go get it so we can go for a rip?" And there was always a reason why it's not available. It's in storage. My mom's boyfriend moved it to another building, something for months. And then something didn't sit right, Elliot. I was sitting there thinking to myself, I think this chick's lying to me. She doesn't have a bike. She's just doing this to try to look cool, to sort of size things up, maybe even to compete with me. And I was filling up my car one day with gas, and I thought to myself, okay, well, the tank on my motorcycle's, I think it was 20 liters. So it would cost like $5 or $6 to fill up at the time. And after I filled up the bike, I said to her, "By the way, how much does it cost you to fill up your bike with gas?" And she said, $20. And I said, "There's no motorcycle on the market that has a tank big enough for you to put $20 worth of fuel in it. You don't have a bike, do you?" And then she just broke down in tears. And it's like, okay, what else did she lie about? She lied about a lot of other stuff. I figured
Yeah.
out after that point. You do not want a pathological liar in your life.
You know, of course, it would go both ways, but I think I remember hearing something about there's some sort of imperative reason why women lie a lot more than men. Like they have to protect themselves, or it's more a matter
That's
of
for
getting
different reasons.
along is an important thing for them.
Yeah.
Is this
So
true?
so women will tend to lie to preserve their value because, again, men look at women as beauty slash sex objects. So they'll lie to preserve that value, even though they don't understand it. Like, it's why they lie about their notch count. For example, they won't volunteer the what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas, the parties, the threesomes, the whatever. They don't volunteer that, and it's not like they're trying to hide it either. But all that they're going to is what makes sense. So women will lie to preserve their value. Men will lie to accentuate their value. That's why when guys are on dating apps, they'll say 6 foot if they're 5'10". That's why when they're on dating apps, they'll try to portray or hold out to the public that they're successful and wealthy because they inherently know that women like that. So they'll take pictures around supercars, they'll take pictures around interesting places that they travel to, sort of thing. So that's how men and women lie differently.
Right. Just on the topic of pathological lies, like you pointed out, just look out for little lies. It's the little lies that
Yeah.
lead to the big lies. Like, why did you lie about that silly little thing? Like, it wouldn't have made a difference if you told me the truth. And if you see those, that's breadcrumbs showing you that there's a
Yeah.
big lie
Yeah. What do
behind
they say? How you do one thing is how you do everything, sort of thing.
it. Mm. So, red flag number 16, baby rabies. It's a funny term. I'm curious, what do you mean by that? What's a woman that has baby rabies?
Yeah. So a guy that's dated a woman in her 30s or early 40s that doesn't have kids will come across this a lot. I think the older that women get, the more it happens, where they just want to rush in. And that's not a good thing. So I did this breakdown the other day on a segment. It's called ghosting. And basically, this guy was dating this girl for about 3 months, and he just stopped talking to her. So she calls him to the radio station, and she wants him to call the guy to find out why. And lo and behold, it's a baby rabies, story. So it goes down like this: her sister is a dentist, so she becomes an orthodontist. Her sister buys a Jeep, so she buys a G wagon. Her sister's moving in with her boyfriend, and they're going to get pregnant soon. She is now telling this guy that he needs to move in, and they have to get pregnant soon. She's
Mm.
only dated the guy for 3 months. You can't size up a woman after 3 months. We know people can act for a prolonged period of time. There's clinical psychologists that have suggested that you should wait about a year and a half, um, before you can really see the true person, because you're generally dating the representative prior to that. So a woman that's saying, "Well, I'm 35 and I don't have much time, so I got to rush into this, Bob. So we need to move in together and have kids and
Right.
get started because my sister's doing it and all my girlfriends are doing it." It's like, well, her past bad choices and her life choices, are a consequence of where she's at today. But that is her problem. Her problem should not be your problems. You should take your time to vet her to see what she's made of. And if having children is something that's important to you,